Bill Gammon with Crazy Bill TV. Having a good time, getting ready to go boating. Actually, it's going to be boating, boating, working. Here we go. Boating, working. Let's see if I can get that back up again. Is that going to allow me to do this?
With
Crazy
John.
Bill TV.
With John.
The new Wu-Tang Clan, Creature Crafton. It's not a fad, it's a gang.
That's John, folks. John Metz. The man, the myth, the legend of the North Fork of the Payette. The North Fork of the Payette. That's right, folks. I think he was one of the youngest ones to do it. He was like 16. I'm sure Luke has probably got him maybe for the youngest age now. But back in the day, he was the man, the myth, and the legend. Here's some more Crazy Bill TV. This one time when I went to Canada, this is awesome up there. This is so rad. It's a little intimidating when you scout this from shore. You'll notice that in the very, very middle, it kind of makes that V. That's what you actually see in order to run that thing. You run right down dead center of it. You can actually run it river center to a left angle. And then on an angle, you can kind of do that too. There's another spot from the center. But there's a rock fence in the dead center on the river, on the right of center as you come in. And that lets you know where the middle is. It actually literally points you to the middle. So, yep. That is Rear Guard Falls on the Fraser River. Pretty awesome. Really awesome. Then let's see what's here. Uh-oh. Dun dun dun.
Doom's on Greenwall. On Greenwall, right?
That big hole was on the left, center left.
So it's the Room of Doom,
Oh, at the end, it ain't that bad. It ain't like the Room of Doom.
It ain't that bad.
That kind of sucks.
It ain't that bad.
Okay. So
It ain't that bad.
just stay right and fine. Right and go left.
It's class 2
Right,
plop and
go
drop.
right.
It ain't that bad. Nope, it ain't that bad.
There's a big thing on the left.
Rap guy told me it ain't that bad.
You want to be right and then angle in left as you hit it, because you're going to run right up on it.
Okay, so it'll be like I'm gonna hit the wall.
Correct. You will almost hit the wall. Oh, you'll hit it and it'll back you off is what it'll do.
So it's kind of like Pillow Rock.
Yes.
Kind of like pillow, like a raft guide, like a raft guide, like
But without
pillow
all the
rock.
people jumping on me. That works.
Woo! That works. Class
Yeah.
2 plop and drop works. Alrighty, this is on the Illy, and I think we're right above.
Exactly where we're at. We can still be 10 more minutes.
Okay, cool.
Maybe just 20, but don't pull.
Yeah, we weren't too far from it. I think we had to take a class 2 plop and drop break. So plop and drops some things. The level. What was the level on this?
Good. Yep.
What was the level? I think it was 11 grand. First day was lower, the second day was higher. It was 95 and like 10.5. This was 10.5. On the Illy, we put in at, where did we put in? We put in at Michaela Branch. That was the put-in. King of the class 2 plop and drop put-ins. Because you got to know where your put-ins are. Now this is 11,500, I think, around 11. I think it was 11.5. Pretty awesome. Definitely high. Definitely creature craft run. I didn't see anybody at put in though. Nope, didn't see anyone at put in. We actually had good weather. It rained a little bit, but not much. This was February 2nd on a Monday or a Tuesday. This was Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021 is when we ran this. Andy came in, Dayglow is in the boat that you see there. He came in and rockstarred. He flew to Medford. I had boats rigged, boats on trailer, and already rigged because I did it the day before. I'm in my little blue boat that's a G2 up front. Pretty awesome. We're getting close. Yeah, spinning down the river. I don't know if this is what's that rapid called? Prelude or Fern Falls? Fawn, not Fern. Fawn. I haven't been there in a while. I need to go do the Illy. Fawn Falls. Although I think this is actually. Is this Pink Rock? This might be Pink Rock, but there's a creek that comes in on the left if that was Pink Rock. Pink Rock is a mile from the Green Wall Rapid itself. Should be some water coming on the left, which I think there is. There's a waterfall, but that might all be underwater. Come on, Andy, spin. I wish I had 360. This is when I just had a regular 8 on the back of the boat. So, yep. We're getting close to Green Wall. It was awesome that day. Here's the fog. Here, let's see if we can't speed it up a little bit. Yeah, this is, I think that's Fern Falls right there. That's the rocks that create Fern Falls on the left. So we're only like a half a mile now, half to 3/4 mile. We make a big left-hand turn in the distance that you can see. Maybe we were further than I thought because I was still new to the Illy at this time. We launched around 8:30 or 9:15, and we got off 10, 11, 12, 1. We were off by like 1:30. We did it in 4.5 hours, 37 miles. Again, we launched at McCaleb Ranch, which was pretty crazy. Yep. Bill Guyman with Crazy Bill TV. Class 2 plop and drop is coming up. Actually, Greenwall was pretty big at 11,500. There's like a half of the river is a hole on the left as you come into it, where you approach where the original fence is when it's at lower water, where the wall and the river comes at one point where it comes the closest, where you do as a boater. So let's see, is this the this might be the scout area. It's so high you can't tell. Let's see if he turns. I might be able to tell here. Again, I didn't have a 360 at this time, which makes a world of difference in video because you still have to do editing with 360 is what's crazy. Yeah, this is an awesome river. It's outside of Selma, Oregon is where it's at. In my opinion, it's better than the Grand Canyon, but shh, don't tell nobody. You're not up. Shh, can't tell nobody. Can't tell nobody it's better than the Grand Canyon, so. Yeah, this is the Illy at 10,500. It was pretty awesome. One thing that you'll notice on the Illy is you'll see a lot of creeks that come in. If you look up in that video, let me redo this. If you look up in the video, actually, let me do this. If you look up in the video, here. Woohoo! If you look up in the video, you'll see the creek there. It's pretty awesome. And there's not just one. There's like 40 to 50 creeks. And they turn into like small rivers when it's raining because this river is naturally free flowing, so it's not dam controlled. So you have to literally catch it when it's raining in order to get it at high water, which happens like 2 or 3 times a year. Usually you can get it at super high water. We got it once at like 25,000, which is crazy. Crazy Bill TV. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. At 25,000, and even at above 5 or 6,000, you're a little nervous in here because you're 37 miles and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's 18-mile hike from Greenwall to put in, and it's I don't know, like 14-mile hike after Greenwall because it's 31 or 32 miles to Oak Flat. So yeah, you got a little bit of a walk to do if you're going to do that. But again, this is one of the coolest rivers ever. It's class 5 is what they call it. I call it class 2 plop and drop. It's all class 2 plop and drop until you swim. Andy Diglow here in the boat, he's got a saying. He's like, I don't swim. What? I don't swim. That's why he owns a creature crab, because he doesn't swim. So let's see. Let's put this back on and let's see if. Here we go. Let's see if I think we get pretty close to Greenwall. Seems like it's around that corner, but again, he's getting all pumped up and excited. Probably trying to stay warm too. He didn't have a dry suit. He just had a splash gear and I think wetsuit gear on underneath. And I mean, it's not raining, which makes it somewhat better, but when it rains, it's a little bit colder. So let's see here. See if I can't move this along a little further. Let's see. I don't think we make Greenwall in this video. Maybe we do. We get close. But again, you can see all the creeks that come in, and you can see the snow on the mountains, which is pretty awesome. This was in February. You can see the snow up there. Let's see here. Why isn't it doing anything? If you look up there, you'll see the snow on the mountain peaks in this video. It's pretty crazy. If you look up at the very top of the picture in the far distance, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, this was my third. This was the second of my 2-day, 1-day illies in a row. And it was my third time of doing high water illies, because I did it the very, very first time high water at 25.4 or 25.5, which was nuts. It's insane in the membrane. So, yep, pretty fun time on the illy. If you're going to Boatsmith this year, or if you go to Boatsmith, which is a festival that is in Gasquet, California, which is kind of where you pick up your shuttle driver for the illy. You can also get shuttle drivers out of Grants Pass or Gasquet. Usually it's out of Gasquet is where it's done with Mr. Dave or with Brad. Brad's been there forever. Brad actually lived where Michaela Branch Puddin is at one point in time in his life as a teenager. It's a pretty cool story. Him and Jamie lived out there for a while, where the Michaela Branch Bridge is, and then you'll see the Boy Scout camp. As you go across the bridge, it's on the right. So, or on the right. This right. It's on the right. So, yeah, the illy is, the shuttle is like 6 hours one way from put in all the way to takeout, because Bear Creek Road gets closed in the winter. And usually this is a November to March or April river run, again, because it's free flowing. So, yeah, you want to definitely have a shuttle set up. I mean, I know 2 people, I won't mention no names, that did it. And I'm like, you're nuts. I mean, the shuttle is like $300 to $350, depends on where you pick up your shuttle driver or not. If you pick them up in Gasquet, $300, you leave a tip of $40 or $50, you're $350, and they drive you to put in, and they pick you up at takeout either the same day or 2, 3, 4 days later, because a lot of people, when it's lower, you want to do multi-days. You want to enjoy the illy. I mean, I know I did 1 days, which is like, oh, that's cool, which it is. But the more, just as much or more fun is to do a 3 to 5. If you're going to do an illy, you want to do a 4. You want to do at least 4 nights, 5 days. I mean, if you're gonna spend the time, you might as well hang out in there. It's like glorified backpacking. Take a boat, camp along the river. It's awesome. It's like having the place to yourself. There is a permit system, which isn't heavily enforced, but who knows, one day it probably will be. Like everything gets crowded. Be responsible. Bring fire pan. Bring a groover. Yeah, things like that. But you'll have to bring water. I don't know. I think we brought enough water with us the time we went. You might not have to. And the water's pretty clean too. So like if you filter it, like you ain't got to worry about it like killing a charcoal filter like in your pump and stuff like that. But yeah, again, that's the Illy. If you go to Boatsmith, which is in Gasquet or near there, which is at Patrick Creek, this is a cool stop to hit. It's kind of like, also there's what's called Illy Falls. So instead of like at the Gully where you have Kanawha Falls, you have the Illy Falls where you could do a Huck Fest there too, which would be actually kind of cool to have a Huck Fest at Illy Falls. I think you want it between 800 and like 1200 CFS. I think we dropped it at 800 or 900 CFS, and it was a pretty good level. You can have safety. It does have a little bit of a curtain and a wash behind eddy, but it's not that wide. It's only like 12 or 15 feet wide, so a throw bag would nail you. So, yep.
With
Crazy
John.
Bill TV.
With John.
The new Wu-Tang Clan, Creature Crafting. It's not a fad, it's a gang.
It's not a fad, it's a gang. Creature crafting. It's not a fad. It's not a fad. It's not a fad. Let's see if I can get myself back up here. It's not a fad, it's a gang, according to John. That was such a fun day. I travel a little bit. I go a few places. I really only go to put-ins and takeouts is what everyone says about me, but I actually do get on the river and I have some video. You see that video I have? I have drone footage. I have on boat footage. I have takeout footage, put-in footage. Yep, good old John. John Metz. He is a musician, singer. I think he's a singer. He plays guitar and sings in, what is it? Oh, he's got a name of a band. I forget the name of it. Wounded Heals Wounds or Wounded Healed Wounds. That's the name of his band. Healed Wounds is the name of his band. So, anyways, this is Bill Guyman with Crazy Bill TV. I'm going to try and start going live on YouTube more. Show you some of my Crazy Bill TV. More just of the put-in and the takeout. Because I run imaginary and real rivers. Everyone, have a great